Hello everyone, I will be teaching you how to do the first part of the registration. So if you're able already to log in, please log in. If you haven't logged in yet, there's another video explaining how to create the account. So at the moment we click login, we'll scroll down and then it will have this button, click initiate. As soon as you initiate, you will get into the main page and then we're going to decide of what zone you belong to. There's a zone 1 and zone 2. We will explain. So right here you're going to click in this link, go down, you're going to click in the map, and then over here you're going to search your address. For example, 51 Merrimack Street, and that will show us what zone we belong to. So now it says that we belong on zone 1. If it says red side, it means zone 1, and if it's on the gray side, it means zone 2. So basically, Lowell is split between two, and the buses on the gray side don't go to the red side, and the buses on the red side don't go to the gray side. So for that reason, we split the schools into two districts, two sides, zone 1 and zone 2. So at the moment, I'm going to show you guys the school list that will have all the schools that we have available. So over here I have the school list that will determine the zone 1 and zone 2 and citywide. So you're able to choose, independent on what zone you belong to, you can also choose schools that are part of the citywide. One note, for if you want transportation, there is a few qualifications and requirements for you to qualify for transportation. From kindergarten to fourth grade, the mileage needs to be greater than 0.75 miles from your house to the school walking distance. And then for fifth grade to eighth grade, the mileage needs to be greater than 1.50 from your house to the school. Also, keeping in mind is walking distance. Here is the transportation phone number 978 674 4333. If you have any questions about the mileage or if you qualify for transportation. So over here is the list, and we will have this printed on the booklet that you should have in hand. As soon as you discover what zone you belong to, and you can choose three schools from that school list, and you're going to select the year that you are in, and you're going to select next. Here, we're going to start filling it out, the student's name and the student information. After filling it out, the name, the last name, the gender, keep in mind you need to fill it out what has the red star. Okay, so you're gonna scroll down, you're gonna add the birthday, their date of birth, and over here is gonna appear their grade automatically. If your kid comes from another country and they were on another grade, you could please let us know on the notes towards the end so we should be aware of what was the last grade the student went through. Over here is the phone number. This is really important. If you want to add a second phone number, I will show you on the next tab how to add. On this tab, what is really important, it's for you to click on the word physical. If you don't click on the word physical and physically type in the address, it won't allow you to submit in the end. In the end, it will appear as a straight arrow type and it won't allow you to submit. Over here, you could select the drop down and select if it's street, avenue, place, road, alright, whichever it is. And then if you live in an apartment, you could select unit type apartment and then type in the number and then click save. This is a really important step. Then you're going to go down and select next. Over here, you're going to select the three schools from your list. Since you already know what zone you belong to, please check their phone number, you can call the school, or you can check what time the school starts and ends. Over here is for pre-kindergarten, the morning section and the afternoon section. Keeping in mind full day is the time that appears over here if they have pre-kindergarten on the schools, okay? So you're gonna select the schools. If you are going to high school, you could select low high all three times, okay? So if you're going to low high school, you could select as I the three options low high. If your kid is not going to high school, please we ask you to choose three schools in order that you would like your kid to attend. All right, so over here after you already choose the schools, you're going to click next. Then over here should be the parent's information. You're gonna click on the name on your name, the parent information, and then over here you're gonna fill it out, their gender, their relationship, if they are the mother, the guardian, and then the date of birth. And keep in mind as well your ethnicity. You can put Brazilian, for example. Mhm. Fill out that information. Over here is going to ask a few questions. You're going to read it through and see if those questions are yes and no. If you live with the kid, if your contact should receive an email about the student. So you could select yes. And if you're going to add a parent or somebody, you also going to add on the next tab. If you want to add a second parent or a second, the parent, the mom, or the dad, you could click add. And then over here, you're going to add all the information of the second contact for the student. And you're going to click OK in the end. Over here is going to ask about legal information. So if you could please read it through it and select yes or no. If the kid has any court order. Over here, if there's any siblings. So you can click add the name of the sibling, the first name, the last name, the grade that the sibling is going through right now, and the name of the school, and then click OK. Then select Next. This page, you're gonna put the school, the history school, the last school that they went, the last date, if you remember. You could also say the reason why you move, but the most important part is selecting what country and the name of the school. And if the name of the school out of the district, okay? Here is if they are in the district. If you just change the school within in Lowell, you're gonna select this one. If they came from another state or another city, another country, you could type in the name of the school right here. Okay? If it's the first time that the kid is going to the school, if it's kindergarten, you just gotta select this box right here and you should be able to go to the next question, which is if the kid has ever been in previous suspension or expelled from the school. And over here is how old the kid started school and if it was full day or half day. The next question is about military. If you have any family military dependent, you're going to select yes or no. If they have Medcare, that means if they have Mass Health, okay? Over here is a consent of parents allowing the kid to, if they take any pictures, to post it, or if they allow the kid to use the internet for education activities. Okay, so you could select yes or no on the drop down. Since all these questions has the little red star, you need to fill it out all of them, okay? So select next. Over here is going to be questions about what language do they learn how to speak, if they speak another language in the household, if they are fluent in English, what level would be. So you can read through it, and if you speak multiple languages, you could also put here on the second drop down the second language that you speak at home. All right. Over here, this question is asking if they have been educated in another language other than English. If they went to school in another country and they know how to read and speak and write, you got to select these boxes and make sure to select yes in this box of how does your if your child has been educated in another language. Over here is asking if they ever been labeled as ELL or ESL, which means English as a second language. Usually, this would be in high school. So if your kid hasn't been to high school, this is probably a no. All right, over here is asking if the parent needs an interpreter or a translator. So if you do need it, please select yes and in what language. Over here is the drop down to select in what language would you prefer the material to be written as on your email if the school needs to send any papers for you. Over here is a special education services. If you need to request for them to do a test, an evaluation with your kid, you could ask that in a handwriting at 151 Merrimack Street, and we can give you more information about this, okay? So at the moment, we're going to select as a no, and then you could go click next. Over here, you're just going to select that you agree that all information that you just put it ahead was truthful, and you're going to select these boxes allowing us to share that information if a kid needs a reevaluation or if they need to check your documents. Over here is going to be all the documents that you need to have to add to the application. If you have your phone, you could take a picture and send it to you through an email and have it on your computer so you could upload. If not, you could click on the next button and drop off your documents at 151 Merrimack Street and we can upload for you. We will be happy to upload it for you. So you're going to click here the word upload. You're gonna type in then the document that it has it right here, a list, and in the end we will have a list as well of the documents. So you're gonna select birth certificate. Over here you're gonna click and say choose file. Choosing the file is gonna open all your files and you are able to choose birth certificate and then it will say upload and you click save and then it should upload right here. Yep, like that. In the bottom with all the documents, okay? And then you can click next. Over here is a question asking if you moved to the country less than 3 years ago. If you did, then you put yes. If no, you select no. And it's asking if you came to this country to work on one of these jobs, okay? So you could select next after going through it. Over here is going to be just your initials, confirming that everything you did is correct. All right. And if you have any notes, you're able to put them in this box right here. Any notes, comments. Okay. And then you're going to click submit. And that's our application. All right. Little detail. If a yellow box pops up with a timer, you gotta click save and close. If you don't do that, it will erase everything you just did. If you do save and close, you are able to refresh it right here or you able to log in again and then you're going to scroll down and click on the green dot, okay? If you have any questions or you don't know how to do this by yourself, you could come at 151 Merrimack Street and we will be gladly to help you and assist you. Please bring all those documents and we should be able to help you. Please feel free to take a picture of the list that we will be leaving right after this slide. All right. Thank you so much.